Hey everyone, just to build on my last video on supplements and longevity, which I'll link somewhere up here if you want to watch that. I wanted to dig into what supplements I personally take and the reasons for taking them and the actual dosage so you can understand how much I'm taking of each one. So if you want to look super sexy like me, let's get into it.
Go to concerts with your great-grandchildren. That's amazing.
Beer itself is a tremendously powerful lever. And when I say a lever, I mean a chemical lever.
It's not that they don't get heart attacks. They just don't get them when they're 65.
That a regular gratitude practice can enhance many, many aspects of our physical and mental health.
I mean, there is simply no better elixir for metabolic health than being active.
The first one on the list, which I feel is probably the biggest bang for your buck, is vitamin D. And I take about 4,000 IUs every day, but that was after I tested to make sure my levels were low and I wanted to bring them up. The vitamin D that I take, it is vitamin D with K2, which helps with absorption. So keep that in mind when you are buying vitamin D, what you want to look for. The reality is our lifestyle, unfortunately, has moved us away from being in the sun or being exposed to it to being indoors, which means that we're not really getting enough vitamin D. Especially in the winter, and that's where depression starts to come in as well. So vitamin D is key for a lot of stuff, including bone health, immune function. It might even boost mood in some cases. Having said that, regular blood work is important, like I said, so make sure that you test before you start taking any supplements. The next one that I take, and I will and I wouldn't say it's less important, but I've been taking this for the past 10 years or so as well, are omega-3s fish oil. This is the brand that I feel is fair for the price that you get. Keeping in mind that with all the reading that I've done, I feel this is one of the superstars for heart health and brain function. It's like oiling gears of my body, ensuring everything runs smoothly. Plus, it's great for keeping inflammation at bay, which is super important for long-term health. Keep in mind that all the omegas, the 3, the 6, the 9s are critical. However, the 6 and the 9 are inflammatory, and the 3 being the anti-inflammatory in that sense. And unfortunately, we don't get enough 3s in our diet, but we get plenty of 6s and 9s. And that's why we need to balance it out between the two. One of the things that kind of got me to even believe more in supplementation when it comes to that is I did an eye test a few months ago, and at 45 years old, the doctor was impressed that I didn't need reading glasses to actually read the small text. Most people that are younger than me actually need that. And one of the reasons was that I supplement with omega-3s, which does help with your eyesight as well. The quantity that I take for the omegas, and this sometimes gets confusing for people, but omega-3s are made up of EPA and DHA, and I take about 1.5 grams of EPA and 1 gram of DHA each day. So depending on the brand, depending on the dosage, it can vary from each one. So read the label, you'll see it on the back of the label where it does say EPA and DHA. If they don't have that, then the brand is probably not good. But investing in a good quality fish oil is critical, and the Carlson one, I have no affiliation with them, but are really good. So the other heavy hitter that I've talked about in my previous video is magnesium, and there's a lot of different categories within magnesium. The two that I take are Magnesium L-Threonate and Malate. So this is the malate that I take. It's from Thorne, which I think is a very good brand as well. And the other one is from Life Extension, which is the L-Theanate, which is the other one that I take. And the reason why I take the magnesium, or I supplement with magnesium, the body uses quite a bit of magnesium for a lot of things. Now, the Magnesium L-Threonate is amazing for brain health and memory, and there are studies coming out now in terms of avoiding other issues with brain health as well. The malate, on the other hand, is great for replenishing the magnesium that you lose during heavy workouts, for example. So it's fast to absorb, and it's relatively easy on the stomach when you are having it, and that's why I did choose that over another type. These two together ensure that my body and brain are rested and are sharp. I take about 200 milligrams of malate in the morning and about 145 milligrams of threonate. I also take about 50 grams of a supplement because we're talking about sleep as well. So the other one that I take before I go to bed is a supplement called Apigenin, which is this, and I take about 50 milligrams of this about an hour before I go to bed, as well as the L-Theanine, which isn't like the L-Threonate. They're different. This one is a supplement that allows or stress management as well. So I take between 100 and 400 depending on the circumstances of that day, an hour before I go to bed. The other one, which may be less on the priority, is a good multivitamin. And I take this twice a day, once in the morning, once in the evening. But it's probably not as effective as something that is specific, like the magnesium or the omegas, but I feel it has a good placebo effect where I feel all my bases are covered when it comes to that, and I don't have any deficiencies in other minerals or vitamins as well. So keep in mind, I could probably do without it, but it's just something that is part of the routine now, and it doesn't cost that much. The other important one is creatine. And I've been taking this since university, this is the one I use. I'm not endorsing them, but they're all the same. As long as it's monohydrate, then they all have the same effect. And I take about 5 grams per day, and I've been doing it for years and years and years. And it's probably one of the most researched supplement out there, and it does help with muscle recovery and all that. It's not only for bodybuilders, but now a lot of research is coming out. It does help with cognitive ability as well, and I've spoken about that in previous videos. So like I said, I take about 5 grams each morning with my protein shake, but you can really take it any time of the day with any drink, and it's the accumulation or the saturation in the muscle that counts and not the timing of it. The other one that I take is a whey protein. This isn't necessary. I mean, I'll always prioritize whole foods over anything else because I have a very high amount of protein that I try to take in every day, between 220 and 240 grams per day of protein. Having the whey protein does help hit that number consistently every single day. So keep in mind, it's all about the muscle recovery and growth. Plus, it's a quick and easy protein source on busy days when you don't have time to make things. The other supplement that I also take is zinc. I take about 50 milligrams per day of zinc, crucial for the immune function. And I got more into this during COVID, reading about it and trying to avoid, if you do get COVID, then your immune system is functioning well enough that it can fight it off without severe consequences. But keep in mind that it does help as well with the thyroid and the metabolism, and making sure that it works properly. And like I said, I take 1 pill, which is about 50 milligrams per day. The other one, which is a new addition to my list, is an extract, which is Berberine. And it has a few functions, but I mainly take it because in our family there is a history of diabetes. So I'm taking this as a precaution because I'm pre-diabetic, and maximize in terms of the working out and maximize the types of food I eat. And this is a supplement that I take twice a day. The dosage that I take is about 500 milligrams. And it helps regulate my sugar levels so they're not out of whack. So that is basically my daily supplement lineup. And remember, supplements are personal and it's very dependent on each person's needs and goals. So what works for me might not work for you at the end of the day. So I do blood work regularly just to check where everything is and make sure that I'm optimizing as best as I can. But you do need to consult a doctor or a healthcare professional about this before you try any supplements that you're not very familiar with, because it can affect sometimes negatively if you're taking it with other medications. So if you found this helpful, drop a like, share, put in the supplements that you take in the comment section. I'd love to hear what you guys think about this stack that I take and what you take as well, and if there's any benefits that you've seen. Don't forget to subscribe for more health and wellness tips. Stay healthy everyone, and I'll see you in the next video. And we're done.